Hey everyone, Sam Schipani from the Bangor Daily News here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make herbal vinegar. Really, making herbal vinegar could not be easier. It's a great way to use all of those herbs that you've harvested from your garden this summer while also having a tasty flavoring for dressings and marinades and shrubs and things like that. So essentially all you're going to do is heat up your vinegar, pour it over some herbs, allow it to sort of marinate in its own deliciousness for a little while before you use it, and then use it. I'm going to use white vinegar as my base. It's pretty neutral, but it has a little bit of a bite, which I like. You can really use any kind of vinegar that you have available, though. Apple cider vinegar is a little bit more mellow. Wine vinegars and champagne vinegars will have a really great flavor, but they tend to be a little bit more expensive. And balsamic vinegar generally isn't recommended because it has a very strong flavor to start with, but if you want to experiment, I'm not going to tell you not to. So the first thing we're going to do is measure out about a pint or 2 cups-ish of vinegar. So now we're going to heat the vinegar up to between 190 and 195 degrees Fahrenheit. While the vinegar is heating up, you're going to want to prepare your herbs and your other mix-ins in the jar that you plan to store your vinegar in. Now, an important step in this process is to sanitize your herbs. I have a little bit of cilantro in a very mild sanitizing solution that will help get in between all those tiny cracks and crevices and remove any lingering dirt or bugs, as the case may be. But I have some already sanitized herbs that have dried right here, ready for us to use. You can use any combination of herbs you want and even get a little creative if you feel the desire. But generally you're going to want between 3 and 4 sprigs of herbs for every pint of vinegar that you have. I think I'm going to use rosemary because I like the flavor of rosemary. When you're picking the herbs that you want to use, you also want to think about what you're going to be using your herbal vinegar for. I'm more likely to use herbal vinegar for something like a salad dressing, so I think rosemary would be a nice flavor to have added into that. In addition to the herbs themselves, you can add a variety of mix-ins into your herbal vinegars to give them more flavor. If you want to add fruit, doing something like a raspberry basil vinegar, you would do 1 to 2 cups of fruit per pint of vinegar. If you want to add spices, half a teaspoon of the spice per pint of vinegar should suffice. I'm going to add some pink peppercorns into my herbal vinegar because I love the way they taste. I also happen to have some dried orange peel on hand as well, and I think that'll really bring out the flavor, so I'm going to add that in as well. Once the temperature of your vinegar reaches between 190 and 195 degrees Fahrenheit, it's time to pour it over your mix-ins. Once you've poured your warm vinegar over your mix-ins, then you have to let it set at room temperature for 3 to 4 weeks. I know this feels like a long time, but it gives the flavors the right amount of time to properly develop. Then your vinegar is ready to use. It'll stay for about 3 months in your refrigerator, or you can process it through a water bath canner if you want to preserve it for longer. But personally, I don't think it's going to last that long because it's so delicious, you're going to want to put it on everything.